Why, when it comes to relationships, people think that things are so complicated? Why some people think that they have to wait for someone special coming into their life and make their life interesting, make their life unique, make their life fabulous and almost like full of experiences? Is it really like that? Have you noticed, if you have been in a situation where actually you go from relationship to relationship without working on yourself, and you get trapped in the same situations? Or maybe you get trapped with the same partners again and again. Why does it happen? Because people don't work on themselves. Because people don't work on what exactly brought me into these relationships. How did I manifest this particular person who is maybe making me upset, maybe makes me cry, maybe manipulates me, maybe there's something else with me? How did I manifest this person? How do I allow this person to behave with me a particular way? Because let's put it this way, people can do whatever they want, but it's up to you to stop them. You are making the choice whether to allow them to be a particular way or not to allow them. So my question to you here is, if you have been in this situation and if you're not there anymore, what was that step which you had to make in order to finish that all? In most of cases, as we work with my clients, very often that would be that self-love, that self-acceptance. Something about that what we need to work on in order to bring their self-esteem up, so they can say no to whatever upsets them, so they can say no to unhealthy relationships, so they can say no to manipulation, abuse and everything else. Is it easier for them? No, it's not. But do you know what is the hardest part here? The hardest part here is not to bring that into your next relationships. Why? Well, simply because for as long as you tolerate a particular behavior, that becomes your new normality. And when you step into the new relationships, this one actually very often people think, ooh, that's a bit different. That is completely different to what I experienced before. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure I like this. That's when my previous relationship was better. But was it better or not? That's a different question. And that's why so often people end up with the same partners or the same type of relationships they have been before. How do you get out of this? That's a really good question. Can you? Yes, you can. But that's down to your choice. You can get out of this pattern of having the same partners and the same relationships by, first of all, loving yourself, by accepting yourself, by saying to yourself, today is the day when I am enough, when I deserve something better. But here, the very tricky part is learning about yourself. Because of course, by this time, most likely your self-esteem is so low, you don't believe in yourself. It is so low, you don't even want to think what you deserve. It is so low that you actually think, you know what, this partner is better than having no partner. And therefore, it's really important to start actually looking, who are you? And for this revelation, or for this discovery, for this journey of finding out who you are, the easiest way is to use just the old pen and paper style. When you just write down what are your qualities, when you write down who you are, when you fall in love with every great quality of yours, and of course you have to be realistic, you need to find out where you need to work on yourself. And here actually you make a nice beautiful list, as many as possible, of qualities of yourself. If you're not sure who you are, ask your friend. I'm sure they'll be able to help you. Ask your friends, ask your family members about who you are. Find yourself first. Fall in love with that person. Because when you will, a miracle will happen. A new person will come into your life and they will fall in love with that person. Not the person who is troubled, not the person who needs fixing, not the person who is moaning, the person who is happy by themselves, the person who is busy by themselves, the person who is self-efficient and doesn't need somebody else to allow them to leave or to allow them to almost like survive in this life, that person will come to enhance your life. That person will come to make your life better, juicier, and fabulous. So find yourself first, and then, very important, open up your heart. Open up your heart and be ready to make other person's life better, happier, and more enhanced as well. Because it's not only about you, it's about the other person too. And that's why it's so important to fall in love with yourself, to be comfortable by yourself, to be okay within your own company. Because when you love and accept yourself, you cannot be feeling awkward when you're by yourself, isn't it? So I really hope that will help you. It helps so many single people who came to me in order to work on themselves, to build relationships, and also it helps so many couples I've worked so far. And therefore I know if you will just start learning more about yourself, if you will just start exploring yourself, if you will start falling in love with yourself, that will be the day when actually your new life will finally come into your life and everything will change. All the best. See you later.